Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 9th to the 15th. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Aquarius, congratulations. You made it through last week's self-healing boot camp and breakthroughs, and maybe there were some twists and surprises and some unexpected moments. Maybe it was you having your big breakthrough. Listen, you're just preparing for your brand new era. As you know, that's going to be next week. Major new moon solar eclipse in your sign and the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. So this week, it's a little bit like last week, but very different because this is it. You're at the entrance, okay? You're standing at the edge of many timelines that are very possible for you. And it's up to you to solidify what is the path that you're going to go down. What is the path that you will work hard for, that will liberate you? How badly do you want it? Do you believe in yourself? So those are a lot of big questions that you may be asking this week. I mean, this is going to be big. Like, do you feel it in your bones? Like, Neptune is already in Aries, right? So there may be a little bit of like fog, a little bit of, it's fresh, right? Right at that 0-degree point. There's so much potential here, but can be a little bit of fog. You may be asking yourself, like, is this real? What's going on? As you adapt to a lot of changes that are happening around you, okay? But you may also be asking, am I willing to go the extra mile for my vision, for my future? Because, yeah, Saturn, your traditional ruler, is moving into Aries. We'll talk about it, but you're going to start feeling Saturn conjunct Neptune now. You're feeling it now, all right? So you'll start to feel a little bit more responsibility. That could even test your faith in yourself, right? But we'll talk about that Saturn Neptune, but then also happy birthday, because we're still in Aquarius season. And it's when you just kind of question everything, right? And come to terms with some truths. Yeah. Every planet, by the way, other than Jupiter and Uranus, are just packed in one area of the sky. We'll talk about that. There's going to be emphasis there. But we also have our first North Node conjunction. So this is a really, really big week. All right. This is if you're awake, if you are aware of everything that you want, and you're seeing all the little signs, and yeah, you're going to see things click right into place, and you're going to feel them too. All right. As soon as the week begins, especially actually Monday, not even on the whiteboard. Here's the thing. I draw these forecasts a few days before the actual week begins, so you may be approaching it. Remember, we do have Venus square Uranus, but also the moon in Scorpio. So Monday, the moon is still in Scorpio and will square Venus and be opposite Uranus and will trine Saturn. And so we have a T-square. So it can feel like a lot. And especially for you, because your modern ruler is Uranus, right? So you've got your two rulers at play here as part of these, this alignment. And then Venus is in your sign. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the second spread, but just expect maybe perhaps an emotional day. And there may be something here with career and money. All right. And it's actually an emotional week, but I want to remind you, emotions are neutral, right? It's where you put your energy that creates that experience that you're seeking, that emotional experience. Remember, emotion, the Latin root, emotere, energy in motion. Everything is energy. So vibrate at that high frequency. And it feels like you will, Tuesday, February 10th, when Venus moves into Pisces, like a whole other level. Venus is exalted in Pisces, meaning she thrives here, okay? She's her most magnetic. She's joining Mercury all month. And so you're going to feel and think with greater compassion and diplomacy and harmony and more creativity. A lot of emphasis on your values and relationships, but money, all right? Remember, Pisces rules your second house of it's your earning potential. It's income. It's your salary. It's finances. So Venus being the planet of love and money in your second house of money is very nice. Very nice. You're going to see a lot of activity with money throughout the month. All right. And Venus in Pisces, yeah, that's the last zodiac sign. So there is a sense of like surrender for the dream, for your dream. And it's okay to dream. Yeah. As long as you feel. That is Venus in Pisces. That's what she wants. She wants you to see the beauty in all things. Very spiritual. You know, a lot of devotion. It's soulful. It's inspiring. Think of Renaissance paintings or Jacob Elordi riding a horse. Anyway, Wednesday, February 11th, the sun in your sign will sextile Chiron in Aries 23 degrees. Now, we had this last week with Mercury, Venus. Now it's the sun in your sign. So you've been doing a lot of healing. Chiron's a wounded healer, right? And now it's the sun. It's the sun. It's a life force. It's your purpose. It's vitality. This aspect is you wanting to be seen for what you've overcome, to show courage and confidence, self-acceptance, and showing that your past wounds are just chicken scratches, that you're feeling optimistic about this new you that's emerging. And remember, not letting your past wounds define who you are or who you will be. And a lot of this is with communication. You're going to feel very bold and empowered. And the timing is great with Venus and Pisces, which is also like forgiveness and, you know, self-love. So you can feel really empowered today. You can feel really empowered. It's a very no risk, no reward attitude that you may take on. You're already feeling Saturn. And we are in Aquarius season. Yeah, Mars is in our sign. If you're new to my channel, I am in Aquarius. But the interesting thing that's happening this day is that the moon will be in Sagittarius. So this is all about self-belief. Okay? Tap into your inner Ted Lasso, but also make sure that you can distinguish your dreams from, you know, La La Land. Yeah? Like, it's Neptune. It's Neptune with that fog. Again, you're already feeling Saturn and Neptune. Yeah, they're already merging their energies. And it's like Saturn, it doesn't matter that they're in different signs. Neptune's at 0 degrees. Saturn's at 29. They're merging their energies. And by the way, you see the Sun square Uranus toward the weekend. You may start feeling that now. You're going to feel a little bit restless, okay? You want to make big changes. If you are a cross watcher, if you watch for a rising sign or your moon or for your, you know, private chef or your sister, whoever. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, you, and fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, will feel this aspect the most. If you have any planets 21 to 25 degrees in your natal chart in fire or air, you're going to feel it the most. The planets are going to be impacted. Now, Thursday, February 12th, this is Mercury conjuncting the North Node, 9 degrees. So this is really nice. This is really great. This can change your life, especially because we have Venus conjuncting the North Node next week. We'll obviously talk about that next week, but Mercury, the messenger, right? And a sign that, again, very spiritual. This is the North Node, right? You're the node of fate. And so your mission statement, the direction you're going, this is a big deal. It's very likely you may receive some downloads, maybe a fated message or an epiphany, maybe something, you know, in your dreams as well. I mean, that's Piscean energy, or while you meditate, or, you know, when you see those little winks from the universe, like the 1111s, those synchronicities, like they may happen. Remember, you will know if it's meaningful if you feel it in your bones. Like, you know, when you know, you know. You could also, because it's Mercury, you could have like a fated conversation or receive news that it changes everything. Again, this is in your second house. So money and finances, but also, yes, there's still, like, for you, it's self-worth, it's self-value, something that boosts your confidence, your values as well, material possessions, even relationships, I would, you know, throw in here. But there could be something that shows you or like validates your calling or opens a new path or shows you a sign that you're on the right one. So just be very present. Pay attention to like the little things too. And yes, it's Mercury with the North Node. So any important conversation, appointments, things like that, I would plan on this day or around this day. This is the butterfly effect. It's where one call or one text or one decision can change your entire timeline. All right. Now, one other thing. Mercury will go into shadow, okay, at 8 degrees. So for you, there could be some people from your past that start emerging now. All right. And then Mercury will go retrograde February 25th this month. Yeah. So Mercury in shadow is just kind of like dipping his toes in this retrograde, but you start feeling it. Okay. When Mercury goes retrograde February 25th, he'll be there until March 20th when he goes direct, but then he leaves shadow April 9th. So that's a long time for Mercury to be in one sign, but it is in your second house. So it's very interesting. Still a lot of money matters here. But the other, and again, remember, you'll have Venus, the planet of money, in your second house of money for, until next month. Mercury, and I want you to write this date down. I want you to circle it because Mercury will go direct, like I said, March 20th, right? The spring equinox. And when it does, we'll be at 8 degrees, meaning Mercury will conjunct the North Node again, but also Mars will be there at that point. So we have a triple conjunction. However, any actions that you take from this point forward, something will come up again, okay? Or you're going to be returning to this moment. That's why I want you to circle this day in your calendar. All right? Now, the other thing, and it's going to be the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, that really feel this the most. But if you have any planets 7 to 11 degrees in any of those signs, like in your natal chart, get excited. One other thing, by the way, there may be something here with the moon. The moon's going to be in Sagittarius. Yeah. And again, that's really great. That's really nice. It's all about your beliefs, self-belief. It's inner wisdom. It's very adventure seeking. But the moon in Sagittarius will square Saturn in Pisces. So there may be something here with, something that you needed to see. It is the last aspect of this kind for the next, 30 years when Saturn moves back into Aries 30 years later. So we'll talk about it in the second spread. February 13th, Friday, there we go. Saturn officially moves into Aries 0 degrees. And this is it. Whether this is a landmark day. This is the third of the 4 outer planets. It's changing signs. Part of the Prism portal, the rare grand trine that we've never experienced ever. Nobody on this planet. Yeah. So Saturn, the last of the traditional planets, your traditional ruler, is all about discipline and hard work and commitment. And you really, really learn what you need to learn when Saturn is in your, like, one area of your chart, right? Because he's there for 3 years. That's why you have these big life lessons. He's also karma. And so remember, and you become more responsible, first of all, with Saturn. Yeah. And in your case, your second house with money, he tested you with your finances because everything's on his watch. But him being karma, remember, you put in the effort, he rewards you. Any of the tests he throws you, he rewards you. If you pass his test, you mature, you become an authority, all of that. Now, he's leaving Pisces. He's leaving your second house where he's been testing you with money and finances for the past few years. He's now moving into your third house in fiery Aries. Aries rules your third. This is the I am of the zodiac, a sign that's very young and pioneering and entrepreneurial and driven. Mars ruled. Yeah, just wants to go, go, go. But Saturn, Chronos, Father Time, is like, no. Because he's all about the long term. And Saturn doesn't do well in Aries. So wax on, wax off. You're going to be practicing patience especially with communication. That is the third house. So with that said, that is like writing, that's, roles in communication. It is also, if, for your business, a lot of y'all are going to be launching businesses, or if you've launched businesses, you're moving into the next stage. That is the third house. Third house is also like branding yourself. It's, PR, advertising, marketing. It's online, the internet. You may be launching something online, doing something online. It's a very social house. Yeah, you're going to be a lot more social. You're going to be communicating, networking, things like that. All right. And yes, family energy still really strong with the third house, like siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors as well. And you may be doing some travel, but here's the thing. This is all about leadership. It's Aries energy. It's all about business as well, and redefining your identity. Aries being the I am, especially with communication, writing, speaking, even teaching. A lot of you are going to become teachers, or you're going to take online courses, or there's got to be something here. All right. But remember, Saturn's here until 2028. And I'll leave the video I did in Saturn Neptune conjunction at the end of this video. What you can expect for the next 2 years. But I really want you to pay attention to these days, because you've got Mercury conjunct the North Node in Pisces, Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries. A lot of karmic energy, but Pisces is the last sign. Yeah, endings. Aries is the first. It's, beginnings. It's an initiation. And you're not going to hear me say Saturn in Pisces, or Neptune in Pisces. Like, again, it's official. So, it really will be the cardinal signs. I feel this the most. And then Sunday, this is, kind of a big day for you with the sun in your sign, squaring Uranus and Taurus, 27 degrees. It happens twice a year. And this is the first one. It really is like, for you, something's got to give. There's something here where it is your breakthrough. Remember, you are being the change, right? You're the change that Uranus wants. Uranus wants you to shake things up. You may feel a little bit restless, even moving into this weekend. Uranus is the unexpected, and also your modern ruler. And I actually, literally, I'm experiencing this right now in my natal chart. I do have, because I'm in Aquarius, Sun in Aquarius, squaring Uranus and Taurus. Okay. So I can tell you right now that, yeah, you will likely have not only this urge to break free from things that you feel is restricting you, but you can have like genuine breakthroughs, when it comes to anything about your role, your identity, but also Uranus and Taurus, that is your fourth house. So home, family, parents, children, real estate. Some of y'all may decide to move, buy property, or with Uranus being very unpredictable, you could be adapting to change. Okay. Especially in the home front, but you can't rule out finances, money, friendships, relationships. There's just going to be some, like, a little bit of disruption, but keep that in mind. All right. Yeah. Use this aspect. Remember, you be the change. Okay. And yeah, this is also, it's fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and you will feel this the most. 25, 29 degrees. Got any planets in any of those signs? Those degrees in your chart, you will feel it. All right. Let's get started. Let's see what is going on for you. Oh, yeah. And then we will have the moon in Capricorn, by the way, over the weekend, who will square Eris, Mars' sister, who is a disruptor. That's happening the same day as the sun square Uranus in your sign. We'll talk about in the second spread. Let's get started, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for you for February 9th to the 15th. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Yeah, Aquarius, I hope that you are having an amazing birthday season. Thank you all for your birthday wishes. That was really sweet. That was really nice. I think I said in one of my live streams, like, it was the first time I got like 8 hours of sleep in like the last 6 months. It was really, really nice. And I got some cake. Anyway, Aquarius, what are you doing for your birthday? I hope that listen, this eclipse is big. All right. It's big. We're going to obviously talk about more next week. I do a traditional Celtic cross. It's in your sign. You know that, right? I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview and especially for a weekly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, I got you, Team Aquarius. You're good. You're like, you almost made me say the, oh, all right. You're good. This is a big week for you. I don't even know. I can't even look at it. It's like the energy from this is like, whoa, what? Oh my gosh. Where do I even begin? Like oh my gosh. Okay. So it's electric is what this is. It's really nice. Yeah. You got the lovers. Good for you. This is amazing. This is really amazing. Here's the thing. You see, you have an archangel. You have Archangel Raphael here, right? Gifting, let's call them Adam and Eve. Yeah. Gifting them with love. And so remember I said from the beginning, you get to choose your timeline. You get to, like you're standing in front of all these timelines, all these realities. Same thing here. It's up to you on relationship that you're in. One, it really is one that you may be in. It can be career, it can be love, it can be wherever that energy is. But there may be something here where you're deciding like how far we're gonna like deepen this, how like the level of commitment. And so again, it's all up to you. It's your choice. It's all your choice. But this is really, really, really special because there is this sense of sharing your journey with someone else. And if you are single, well, you have Mercury conjunct the North Node, you have Venus and Pisces, you have Venus moving into Pisces next week. You have stuff happening. Like you're good. And a lot of it really will be business because you have so much career stuff, especially in the beginning of the week. But even still, you're good. You're great. And so there you go. And the other thing is, speaking of feeling free, right? When you see people that are not wearing clothes, I mean, they have nothing to hide. There's this strong foundation of trust here as well. And trust is truth. And remember, there's a lot of, like being honest with yourself and seeing your truths. So, and also being able to express yourself. Now, the Tower. Interesting. Coming after the Lovers. So, it's in the heart of your spread. And with Uranus being highly active, and has been, it does feel like there is something more about you. As in, you will be the agent of this, the Tower falling. And I say that because, like I said, Uranus is very active this week. We have so much Aquarius energy. There's this buildup that you're experiencing, that you're feeling, where it's like this break-free energy. So you may just be that person that changes things. Yeah. Because it's so powerful with the Lovers here. And there may be something here that says something about this relationship has to change. Maybe the relationship has to change, but something about it. Like you're moving into this new phase. Remember, we're moving into this brand new era. You've got an eclipse in your sign next week. So there's going to be change, And this is actually good for you because the Tower is change. And yes, it can be chaotic. It can be like, just upheaval, but that's what Uranus is. And you've been excellent at working and adapting with these Uranian, energies and squares and whatnot. So be the change. Remember what comes after the Tower? You, the star, your card. And so it just feels like something's in your way and you're like, we're gonna let that go. Good for you. You do have the Queen of Wands in your challenge area. There may be someone who, it feels more like a boss. Or it could be like a parent, but it just feels like there's someone that you might have to have some conversations with. Yeah. They could be the person that, gets you so fired up. You do the, the Kevin Bacon Footloose dance. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that may be happening. All right. Or the other thing is, there may be someone who well, like A might be work related. She is the entrepreneur of the queens, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so there may be something here. Like, it could even be a colleague or, employee, things like that. We will actually have Mercury trine Jupiter on Monday, the Monday after. So, FYI. Um, but yeah, there's a little like mean spirited, like mean girls energy here with the Queen of Wands. So just remember, diplomacy. You always want to be the best version of yourself. But everything else, you got the Page of Wands in your crown. You're definitely gonna have like brilliant ideas this week. There's the Page of Wands. He's not gonna let go of that wand. He's gonna turn it into something. So it seems like there's something formulating this week, as in like something new, something fresh. It makes sense. You have Mercury conjunct, the North Node and Pisces. Think of like it's like planting seeds, and then remember you've got Mars in your sign. You have a lot at the Sun in your sign. You got Pluto in your sign. So this is really great. This maybe just something again work related, but also just think your passions. If you're not here for work or career, something that you're passionate about. It feels really like you are clearly moving into something brand new. You have Temperance in the root of your spread. This, and if you are a cross watcher, Temperance has come out a lot, and I'd say like half the other signs at this point. But this is great. This is amazing. It's all about balance and self-restraint and moderation. You get it. Like, you get what you need to do. And for a lot of these aspects, even with Temperance and the root of your spread, there is a sense of just changing things up, but in a way where it makes sense to you. Yeah, you see that Temperance, formerly the alchemist, and so you even see so shaking things up because you feel it. You see the golden disc on the forehead, right? So this is you trusting your intuition, knowing what's possible and what's real, merging the two. You see the pathway here to the crown sun. I mean, that's a big deal. All right, you're going to be good. This is also just saying this week you may, it's best to not try to force anything, go to extremes, like go with the flow, be in the moment, right? Be in the moment, enjoy the moment. Things are happening for you. There's that patience and that sense of, I know. And when you know, the Ace of Cups. So in your future, and whatever happens here, whether it's you or even forces out of your control, remember the Tower moment doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. When the Tower falls, look what you got, the Ace of Cups. This brand new, that's the Holy Grail, is the heart of tarot, is the Ace of Cups. So there's this something that is so joyful. You even see the streams, right? The 5 streams, like it's not even your cup half full, it's your cup overflowing. It's emotions, it's feelings, it's relationships, it's marriage, it's having a baby, it's getting your dream job. Anything that is really, really going to move you emotionally to the point of tears too. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And so I'm excited for you. And look at what's happening. Have you noticed? It's all major arcana and court cards. This is such a significant week for you. Aquarius, you have never had a reading like this. This is crazy. This is bonkers. All right, let's get to your stuff. Oh my, yeah. You're good. Aquarius, and actually February is a great month for you. It just is, right? If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like and subscribe and share and leave comments. Tell me what's happening, Team Aquarius. This is, a lot of y'all are moving. The big move is, a lot of, actually, it starts now. A lot of y'all are moving. Or yeah. Anyway, let's see what's going. Like, okay, I don't even. I honestly, I have no. I like don't know what to say. You know what I'll do? I'll give you another. Mm-hmm. I'll give you that too. Listen, um, like when I say out with the old, in with the new, right? Oh, you get it. You get it, Team Aquarius. You got Page of Cups. Do it. Follow your bliss. Yeah, follow your bliss. Go for it. Go for it. This is honestly, when I say that's to you, like, hey, are you, working at a job that you're just like, I've been here, I've been, don't feel respected, and, the boss just came by and gave me the middle finger, whatever, like, have your tower moment. There's something waiting for you on the other side. Like, you have the Seven of Cups. I mean, don't do that, but you know what I mean? Seven of Cups in your external factors area. It just like two things here. I talked about that Neptunian fog, okay? And we know Mercury in Pisces is, detriment, etc. In fact, honestly, there's a lot of planets right now that are in signs that they don't do well. But you can always use that to your advantage. Seven of Cups, it does feel like, again, career is coming up more than anything else. And if you're not here for career, it can just be like wherever you're putting your energy, where you want to be known for, right? Or a big passion of yours. And so this actually looks like there's something, this brand new path, where it feels like there's a lot of different opportunities beyond it too, which is great. So you could see that for yourself. But the other thing is, yes, just be very mindful in terms of, I'm going down this path, this timeline and this reality, because I do feel it in my bones, and I'm not, disillusioned and all that Neptunian, it's just so fresh and new in Aries, and Saturn's there now. So just keep that in mind. All right. Go with your gut, your intuition, and know what you want. The other thing, by the way, is that, yeah, there may be a little bit of, like, you're not sure about certain situations. So make sure that you're sure. Okay. Ask the questions you need to ask. There may be some offers, or there may be some, paths that you'd like to go down, but you don't have enough information yet. Okay. Now, it does also look like, there might be someone who may be questioning going down the same path with you. Okay. It might be a Scorpio, actually, or a Scorpio rising, or Scorpio moon. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, go for it. Just go for it. You got it last time, right? You're gonna be good. You're gonna be fine. Ten of Pentacles is it's your legacy, and there's so much here, but just think, you made it. This is the you made it card. Again, you got it last week, and just stay on that path, okay? Where there's so much comfort, there's family, there's abundance, there's harvest, there's loyalty, there's dogs, there's everything here. Huge castle, yeah. And so you're gonna be fine. And the Pentacles, 10 of them, right? In the form of the tree of life, like, yeah. And again, Venus and Mercury in Pisces, Sun moving into Pisces next week. That is your second house. Again, material possessions as well. There may be something that you want and that you're going to get. You know what you got? You got 3 pages, okay? You have the Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. I don't even know what to say. Like, looks like a lot of y'all are, when I say money is going to be a thing, like, it is going to be a big thing for you. You see, you've got the Page of Pentacles there. It looks like an offer, an opportunity. It looks like you're moving into something that is very new, something that you wanted, something that you're like, finally, right? Yeah. The Page of Pentacles is also, he's the most, like, student-y. Yeah. He loves learning. He loves learning things. He wants to turn that pentacle into, something big, right? He wants to be the King of Pentacles one day. And with that commitment, he will, right?
And it's all about being grounded in your reality at this point. That's, pages are earthbound, so are pentacles as double earth. So also think of it as something rooting up in your life. That's pretty new. That again, new job, new career, opportunity. There's something you may be monetizing, something coming into your world. You've never look. You only got two pips, yeah, and these are pretty significant. You got 3 pages. So there is a sense of moving into the unknown as well, right? There's a sense of you got to go. You got to do it. You're moving into your brand new era. Yeah, you're good. Anyway, Aquarius, come on. Talk about a birthday season. Next week, we have the solar eclipse, the new moon solar eclipse in our sign. Everything changes. Everything's going to change. Remember, that's a 6-month process. Well, more than that, but when we get to the summer, remember the North Node is going to move into our sign. We'll have that big full moon, etc. But there's a lot happening. Anyway, we'll talk more about everything next week. And then tier 3 members, really good and legendary members, will do the bonus spread. You know where to find the link. We'll talk about all the lunations, asteroids, planetoids, things that I want you to watch out for this week. I mean, there are, and like I said, it's going to be an emotional week. We have a T-square. We have, a couple other things. I'll talk about Valentine's Day, etc. And just, yeah. Anyone's welcome to join. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. What is happening? I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, y'all are amazing. I want to hang out with you. I'm not ready to leave you, but I'm gonna let you go. All right. Thanks so much, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.